All right, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fantastic Saturday afternoon? We're going to take a look at Bitcoin and some other crypto assets, see what's moving and what's not. Bitcoin is not moving. Yesterday, we traded up to the 618 retracement of the main decline from over here when it put in its all-time high down to that swing low that was put in at the yearly open. You can see a beautiful tack of that level. Have not been able to get a closure out of there. I want to see this happen on a weekly time frame basis. Don't really care if we get a daily up above that or not. It's not going to be that important to me. So yeah, it looks okay on the weekly for sure. Tomorrow we'll have a closure, obviously, and then we'll see where we are then. As of right now, it's just trading as an inside day. It's trading inside of yesterday's range, which means it's choppy, not doing nothing, just trading sideways. You can get chopped up in markets if you try to trade this stuff doing that. Oh, let me kill that phone. Forgot all about that. All right, good to go. So yeah, let's get rid of the fib and let's talk about some stuff. How's everybody doing this evening? So this was the daily resistance level that we were watching right there at 49,893.48. You can see that yesterday we finally did get that close above that level. It's not a fantastic, big, strong, bullish close like we would want to see for an absolute bullish asset, but it did close above it. The fact that we haven't just completely reversed out of there means that's pretty good, right? I'm not looking for this thing to become like massively red anytime soon. If it was going to do that, you would think it would have done it over here. So this looks more like accumulation than it does distribution at this point. Like people are actually buying it, trying to get a pump on it, because Ethereum did get a nice big pump out of it. Let's go look at Ethereum real quick. Not that. Come on, rookie. Ethereum, here we go. So yeah, Ethereum, nice, big, strong breakout. That's what you want to see as a breakout, right? If you put your daily resistance level on there at 3,300, well, that's more or less the wick, but we want it on the close. That's resistance. That showed that it was resistance. This was a legit breakout. You see how you broke out above, nice and strongly above the level, taking out this bullish candle's high with the close. That's bullish. Nice pullback into that daily range and then expansion to the upside. What I have here are levels on a 4-hour time frame. As right before Ethereum sold off, when it put in the all-time high, it had some really crazy price action and there weren't any levels to really go by. So here is that last 4-hour bullish candle that you had at the all-time high on Ethereum. This will act as a supply zone. You can see when you took out this swing low down here, you traded right back up to that supply zone, aka Heath level right there, and that's where bears just kicked it off, put in that massive decline. So here is another one right here, this little 4-hour candle right there. It was tested, right? Once you put this in, traded up, took out the high, and then boom, you took out the low, or you didn't take out the low, you took out the open of that bullish candle, and then you traded back up into it, testing, verifying that it is indeed supply, and then boom, straight down. So if we go back over here to the daily and where we are currently, you can see those two levels there. Now that top one at 41.7977 has not had a 4-hour closure above that. All right, and if you look over here, you can clearly see that it is also this daily close. So you have 4-hour supply zone and a daily resistance level as confluence. So 41.7977 is going to be a very big area that Ethereum needs to get a break and close above in order to see bullish price action continuation. It looks great, right? You've taken out all your main levels as far as your Fibonacci retracements are concerned. You have gotten above your 50, your 618, all of them, right? Even a daily close above the 786. So that's bullish. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see, and that's what we are seeing. So everybody's assuming that we're going to see this on Bitcoin as well, because Bitcoin is usually the tide that raises all ships. all the boats. So why is Bitcoin lagging? That's a good question. If we pull up the Bitcoin dominance, you can see that you are not trading, but you are down. So the asset is down, so the alts are pumping. I assume if Bitcoin dominance finds support somewhere and starts to turn around, maybe that would help Bitcoin break out. If the dominance versus the alts is weak like this, people, I guess, are buying more alts instead of buying Bitcoin. But we are getting bids, right? Bitcoin has been bullish since you put in this low, right? It's just went straight up. So once you put in this resistance level here, though, back on August the 13th, almost a month ago, another week and it'll be a month ago, you've been trading sideways, complete and total sideways price action. So it's boring. There's not much to talk about. I really expected once we got the daily closure above yesterday that we would see bullish continuation, get a short squeeze going, but you might not see a short squeeze on this until you get above this swing high here. So any big firms or any big banks that are shorting this, whatever you want to call them, hedge funds, whoever is shorting Bitcoin, if they're shorting it, their stop's probably well above where we currently are, right? They're not retail. They're not going to put a stop above this swing high. Friday's price action took out those stops, and you would have seen a rejection there if sellers were actually, if there was more supply than demand. So you're seeing continuation. It's just very small continuation. It is green so far. You haven't even tested yesterday's opening price, which is good, right? It's good. If you go into the intraday charts, let's pull this up. Let's get our open right here marked so we can go look at intraday price action. So from yesterday, here is the open on yesterday, bullish run, and then you basically just had a nice pullback, nothing major. I did take a bullish position on this through KuCoin on the future side of things, just looking for that breakout to continue. Once we broke up here and pulled back into this area is where I got long on this wick, right? I let the second hourly candle trade back down into here, touch the wick of this bearish candle, demand, looking for that. I got that. I did take a little bit of profits, did not move my stop. My stop is still setting below this swing low right there. Almost stopped me out 3 hours ago, but it didn't. And it doesn't matter now if it does stop me out because I've already taken profits. The trade was already successful, and I have a little piece on seeing if it wants to continue higher. I took it on Bitcoin because this is the different account. So instead of trading these alts right now, I got a nice big run off of Luna. I just figured I would just take the position based on the price action that Bitcoin was showing me. The alts have already ran so far and so fast. Don't really want to look for any new bullish positions on there. Here is Luna. I got in this asset down here around 1050 right here, and I wrote it up, right? Took the majority of the profit off up in here. One spot down here, once we got up into this 1350, I took profits, and then I let the rest run until it was up insane amounts, so I just closed the position. Massive breakout above the swing high, the all-time high. So alts are stronger than Bitcoin right now, and it's like that for a lot of them. Solana, same thing. Solana is just in a massive short squeeze right now. People are still trying to short this thing, and it is just keep fueling it to go higher. This is insane. Massive move to the upside. Massive move to the upside. To put it into perspective, when Solana put in the all-time high with Bitcoin and everything else over here and traded down, it lost 66% of its value, a little bit more, about 68, 69% of its total value. Found a low, and then boom, straight up. Massive run. So that was a fantastic trade for anybody that got Solana at 60% off or bought it around 25 bucks, because right now it's at 140. So that's fantastic. Nice, massive run. Cardano, same thing. It is broken out above its all-time high. So people are trying to short it. You can see how they're trying to short it here. This thing traded right into your daily demand or supply. Demand is underpriced. And boom, shakalaka. To the upside we go. and you've got continuation. Now today it looks like it is having a bit of trouble, and it is stalling at a resistance that it did put in yesterday though, right? Here was resistance, this candle broke it, then this candle broke that candle's resistance. So you are making higher closes on your daily candles, but they're insignificant higher closes. So the run on this, can it continue? Obviously it can, absolutely, but it's looking a little bit tired, right? Let's pull up the oscillator here. You can see that since you put in this swing high here, you've been putting in bearish divergence, but it's not playing out. It is absolutely just continuing to move to the upside. I am looking for this to pull back a little bit, as well as Solana. The other one that I was watching for a possible short side setup was on this, when we put in this close down here, took out support to the downside, this level, not this. This is an hourly support. I'll go show you real quick. Over here is the hourly support. This is what I was watching over here, right? I had a setting right there. So when it broke down here, I was looking to see if it would find resistance here or here, and it did not. Big, strong hourly close, took out both those levels. There was no point in trying to go short, right? Then you just traded sideways, put in a higher low support, and you've seen it push higher. And you have done it here again. Made a higher high. This is intraday price action, so it's not as good as it would be if this was on the daily, but then you also put in higher low support here. Right now, hourly resistance for a VAX is going to be $50.18. Need to get a close above that for bullish continuation. Looks like it is trying to come down here and test hourly support that was put in on that candle there. Right there. That is the candle that is currently holding as support. Right there. Boom. Boom. So let's see what happens. All right. I'm not looking to short it. Right now there's just too much stuff that's absolutely crushing shorts, and I don't want to be part of that, right? If an asset is absolutely bullish, then you look for bullish entries. I don't like looking for bullish entries when you're above old all-time highs that were put in a very strong bullish market phase. So I'm kind of like just sitting by waiting to see what happens. I did say I wasn't looking for any new Bitcoin positions to the upside. However, it gave me a position that I could take for a day trade. When I say that, I mean I'm not looking to buy big chunks of Bitcoin unless I get red weekly closes to my hodl position. But I will take a day trade on anything and everything. I do not discriminate when it comes to taking intraday positions. So what is going on? Jordan is streaming right now. Let me go see. I didn't know Jordan was streaming. If I'd known that, I would not have went live. Oh, Jordan is not streaming. If he is streaming, he's doing it through Conquering the Markets. Let me check real quick. Announcements. Just bear with me. No. Live CTM session Friday, September the 3rd. Jordan is not streaming right now. So I don't know what you mean, Mr. Israel. Don't know what you're meaning. Good evening, Heath. Got a crazy one out there for you. Looking at Poly, USD Coinbase co-architect for this company, and Charles Hoskinson's CEO of Cardano. Been dead for a while, but suddenly you will see. Show me the ticker, Poly USD. Let's go look at it. On the Coinbase, you specifically said, right? Big, massive, bullish push. Yeah, that is a short squeeze, my friend. I mean, excuse me. If you're wanting to trade something like this, you have to be very, 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 very careful, right? It is moving massively. So when something's moving quickly, like that's a 250% move in the span of 2 days. Boom, boom. So yeah, I don't know anything about it. And you said that it is good, I guess. Company is Charles Hoskinson, CEO of Cardano. Been dead for a while, and then bam, today for no reason. Cardano wasn't pumping though, was it? Not today. No, it's Cardano's having a bit of a red day, so that's weird. It's definitely a high flyer, so be very careful. I'm not going to mess with it. I can't short it on Coinbase anyways, but I don't know if I would be looking to short it. It's had intraday, it doesn't look good. Intraday, it looks like it's found a near-term top, but there is support right under it, right here where it is currently at. Right, that is your demand zone. 0.811. You want to see if that holds. As long as you're not closing hourly candles below 81 cents, then maybe you get a bigger move, right? So what I would typically also do in a situation like this is just take fib retracement from the breakout to that high and then watch it. Like right now, you're at the 50% retracement intraday on the swing up, or the price leg to the upside, the breakout move. And you can see how that hourly closed right on it. So people are taking positions based on this right here. That's almost a dead touch of a demand zone. You're also at the 50% retracement of the entire breakout. So people are looking to buy it right here. Can this thing continue? Absolutely. It's got the shorts up against the wall. Anybody that was short now is stuck. They are stuck. So they're the ones that have to make a move here, not longs. Shorts are the ones that have to watch it. Big, strong move. Big, strong move. So, yeah. Admirals, do you know how to trade Proficiat? I'm not sure. Are you asking me if I can trade Proficient? Yes. Absolutely. What's up, KF? Normally, I wait for a test of supply and demand zone test to hold short long on BTC wick was used. Are there certain scenarios when using the wick of the candle to enter is more appropriate? That's a question from Louis. And yeah, I mean, if it's got a lot of momentum one way or the other, then yes. Most of your supply and demand teachers, I guess you can call them, on YouTube, they will show if you look at their analysis, they outline the whole candle's range. I do not. I'm looking for specific areas where I can put my stops. The tighter, the more, the more tight the entry is, the better of a profit that I can generate if the trade goes in my way, versus looking at an entire daily candle's range. That literally gives you, nowhere to look for entries. Whereas if something is moving with quite a bit of aggression, it's aggregating hard one way or the other, then yes. If it is a demand candle or a supply candle, it can absolutely tack that wick and see you later, right? It can. Anything can happen in trading, guys. Technical analysis isn't something that's going to, it's not 100%, right? We have no clue what's going to happen into the markets, but by using different kinds of technical analysis, you are able to make profitable trades as long as you manage your downside. As long as that downside is situated, you're good to go. Like the people that follow my trades every day, every week, they know it is possible. I nailed 3 for 3 last week. The week before that, I was 4 for 3. The week before that, it was, 4 for 4, yada yada. I lose very seldom, but I'm looking for the very perfect setups. I do not trade if I don't see it, unless I'm bored, because I am human and I like to make money like the next guy. So sometimes I'll rush positions or take positions on something that I don't like, but just keep an eye on that 81 cent level on Polygon. If you're looking, or not Polygon, but just Poly, if you're looking to take bullish position on it, you have an obvious area of possible demand and you're setting at the 50% retracement. The way to avoid taking a loss on it is to, if you get an hourly close below that level, then just wait. Because if you do, the higher probable scenario would be that you're probably going to go down and test the support at 69 cents, right? Doesn't always happen, but the higher probable chance of that happening if that were to occur. And then that's the support. So you could still even possibly take an entry there. But if you lose the 618, like, I don't like it anymore, right? So people that are trying to short Bitcoin right now are doing it based on the 618. Yeah, but that's all the way down there. So if you got all the way down there, you would essentially be taking out today's entire range also, which would not be so bullish. But it looks fine right now. Absolutely. Monstrous breakout. E for life, son. What's up, Heath? What's up, DJ McMac? Alright, let me go back up just to make sure I didn't miss anything. What's up, traders? Says Oliver. What's up, Oliver? I already hit the like, says Veteran Wall. Thank you so much for smashing that like button. Obviously, I like it. Appreciate it. Missed me, says the Prophet. Yeah, man, I try. You know what I mean? I try to get it. I was working on a video today, so that way, if for some reason I wasn't able to go live, I was going to put that out. But since I'm able to go live, that means I can work on that video for a couple more days. It's not an outlook video on any asset. It's just, it's going to be a supply-demand video. Because I had about 4 people email me asking me to be more specific on the Heath levels and stuff. So I'm going to put a video out about that. I am in a trade for Phil USD from 70 bucks. What do you think is a good place to take profits as it breaking out? Let's go look at it. Phil USD. If it's breaking out, there probably won't be any legit levels. I mean, I can throw a fib extension on there for you. Oh, nice. So it's not breaking out. It's it is having a pop. It is taking out resistance for sure. That's what you want to see. That is, yes, that's what you want to see for bullish entries. Give me 1 second. Let me clear up this chart. At least get this stuff. Let's just do it this way. Screw it. It's easier. All right, so you said 70, 50. 70, 50. So you're down here. Beautiful. Perfect, man. That's what you're looking for. You're taking positions as supports. Now, had I have taken this position down here, not after it broke down below that daily support, but just as soon as you start trading back above it, then yeah. Because we know traps exist. We know it for a fact. The asset is bullish. There you were. Look at that. Fantastic trading, my friend. Good job. That's what I want to see. I want to see you guys buying into supports instead of buying breakouts. Fantastic. I would shed some profits right now, my friend. Right now. Take some of that. Right? Your position, just the position by itself is up 31% or around 29%. That's a fantastic gain. Fantastic gain. So yeah, now you have daily resistance right here to be aware of. Okay, this thing closes. That's what I was trying to do. Get rid of that. This thing closes in a couple hours, 2 hours and 49 minutes. So here's going to be your resistance, 89.47. If you don't close above that, then definitely I would be taking some profits. But I would take profits now. I would have taken profits as soon as we got to this resistance level. That's just how I roll. You know what I mean? And kudos for you for hanging on for the breakout. That's fantastic trading, my friend. You keep doing stuff like that, you're not going to have any problems. Fantastic entry. Maybe move that stop loss up above your entry to beneath this swing low on this bearish candle. That will also protect any unrealized P&L that you might hang on to. And then the next resistance level above 91.46 is going to be that area right there. 99.50 right there. Right above the swing high. Looks good. Big, strong day. Right? Nothing over here is strong like that. AXS is, boom, 18% on the day. Crazy. This thing is crazy. Support test. That's your entry. So that's basically what you did, and you would be in nice shape today. But fantastic. Everything's moving, or these few things are moving. Not everything. Most everything's dead. Bitcoin's trading as an inside day. Cardano's red on the day. Comp hasn't been doing anything. Remember when this thing was so bullish? Just couldn't stop it. Now it's not doing nothing. It's stuck in a range. Doge. People ask me why not Doge anymore. I'll show you. Well, here, let's go look at it over here. On this one. There is your ATR. Right? 2 cents per day is the average true range. 2 cents a day. That's not very good, right? There's not much range in 2 cents. I mean, levered up, sure, yeah, you can make 5 cents, but it's just not moving. It's not moving. So if it's not moving, if it's not having decent percent gains, there's no point in trading it. 5% is okay, but for an entire day, nah, not good. There's things that are moving better than Doge right now. Yeah, it's up 1.5% on the day, and it's about the midpoint of the range for the daily range. So it's just not moving, But good job on that trade, my friend. Can you take a look at SBX USDT on KuCoin? Yeah, let's go look at it. What did I do wrong? SBX USDT. SBX. I'm not seeing it. Is that the right ticker, KF? SBX? I don't see it. So maybe it's a typo. Just drop it in the bottom and I'll go down there and wait on you. Polka dot. All right, let's go look at Dot. Dot's red on the day, but it had a nice move last week, and then the last 4 days it's been consolidating at an old level of resistance, right? So when you're looking back like this in the middle of this big descending candle here, so there has to be some resistance or somewhere in that inside of that daily range that is stopping price. So what I tend to do is let's use a different one. Just put your crosshair on the high, hit Alt H, and then go into your intraday charts as far as you can go and see why is price stopping there. Still nothing. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's probably a 30-minute level in this area here that's got price held up on Dot. I mean, you can see that the level is obvious even from long time ago. So this is going to be resistance on the hourly time frame. Daily is right below it. So as long as you're not, I mean, even if you do take out these lows, you're still in good shape, right? Midpoint of this bullish breakout candle, as long as that level holds, then I think you're still safe on Dot. So I think you can trade all the way down to $28, $28.86, and still be okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's trading sideways, but it is making, higher closes. So it may continue. This was the breakout here. This right here, this was your breakout. This is the part that matters, and that's a big strong bullish candle. When the breakout is basically the midpoint, that's good. That means that's legit good. That means it's a lot stronger than it is weak. It's fantastic. So you can absolutely come back down and test that before you take off again, or you can just hold support where it's currently at. Currently supports at 32.58, but it's a pretty small range because these dailies haven't been doing anything. Bull flag, yeah, maybe. Doesn't It looks more like an ascending wedge, but I wouldn't think nothing of that. It's bullish. What's going on? There. Yeah, you're bullish. You're well above your 50 spot, so you're good to go. Good to go. Where is this one's retracement levels? Where are we going to see here? From the main. So you still got some room to go before you even get to the 618. So it looks okay. It had a nice big breakout. It's accumulating higher, which is what you want to see for bullish continuation. Excuse me. Let me go back. This chat just glitched out on me. You know how to trade? Yeah, I don't understand what you're asking me, Admirals. How do I watch Jordan streams? Well, he's only doing them through his CTM community now, so you would have to use the link in the bottom of, or in the description if you want. It gives you a link to the course material. That's the way you got to do it. He's decided to go that route. So if you're not part of his community, you're not going to get to see them anymore. So yeah, but he's not streaming right now. Not. I just looked everywhere. He's not streaming. Sheesh, Polly. Yeah, sheesh is good. Is a good word for that. Yeah, it's going crazy. Don't buy the FOMO coins. I can see that's as being pretty good advice. What's up, Jay Bradley? No problem, my friend. Focus on coins which didn't pump. We'll see when you look at coins that aren't pumping. Can they pump in the future? They absolutely can. But the problem is they're showing an inherent weakness compared to the other alts, right? If Bitcoin dominance is going down, and it has been for weeks and weeks, which is why some of these alts are pumping. If your alt isn't pumping, then there's a pretty good chance it probably won't. It probably won't. If Bitcoin gets its dominance back, then they're going to fall as Bitcoin rises. So, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that either. I mean, if you're looking, it just depends on what your time horizon is and what you're trying to accomplish, right? If you're trying to make a day trade, you can pretty much trade anything. If it's a longer term hodl, then yeah, then you need to pick better assets. Buy on red, sell on green. Yeah, agreed. Thanks, Heath. You're welcome, my friend. ICP USD. Yeah, let's go look at that one. Coinbase, let me scroll down to the bottom real quick just to make sure. SNX. Okay, yeah. ICP looks absolutely awful. Like, just disgusting. So it's definitely stalling at resistance. It's above the 50, so the bulls are in control. Can it pump? Yeah. Right? As long as you're not taking out 57 to the downside with a daily close, then you got to look for bullish entries, but it's still disgusting. Daily resistance is way up here at 81 bucks. That's going to be the next spot. So it looks like it's trying to break out. I'll give you that. Found support, came back in for another support test, held it, took out resistance to the upside, which is fantastic. So your next pullback was a buying opportunity. It pulled back straight into your daily demand level right there, aka Heath level, and you have a new resistance to work on. So this is your current range for this asset. If you do get a pullback, you do not want to see a daily closure back below 66.24 to keep the momentum going to the bullish side. So that's what I would be keeping my eye on. This level right there, 66 bucks. Daily closure below that, then you're probably coming back down to check this support here at 62. But this is your first attempt back up at the resistance, so I'm not saying I'm looking for it to pull back down there. This thing can run from right where it is right now. Intraday price action, you're testing the midpoint of this bullish candle. That's just a small pullback. And then SNX DT on the Litecoin. looks okay. It took out support, so now you're on lower high watch. Why? Because you took out support to the downside. Now it is okay, and it's still structured bullish. You are still above the 50. So what it looks to me more or less is like this was probably a bear trap, right? You took out support to the downside, but you have since proven yourself worthy by taking out that bearish candle 2 days later. So that's pretty good, and you are above daily Heath level there. Next one is all the way up here if you are looking to short it. However, the momentum is on the bulls' favor. So I don't think I would be looking to short it. It looks okay. If you're looking for bullish entries, expecting a breakout, where can you do that? There's old resistance right there at 1223. As long as you don't close daily candle below 1223, that might be a decent entry point. It's already been tested once, twice, and 3 times. So if it holds, if that's your support, and the market's saying that looks like it's your support, then buying closest to that, aiming at today's high, would be a pretty decent trade. All right, Run DMC, have a great night, my friend. Check his prices in the link. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what's going on. Maybe I missed something. Let me scroll back up. What's up? What's up, Monique? Madia, welcome. Damn, man, you guys are asking too many questions. Okay, so, hey, Heath, I ate 2 stops on ETH, hoping to see how I can improve them. Entry 3780. I appreciate your insight and guidance. So, yeah, I mean, eating stops is normal. It's part of the business, right? It's part of the business. You said you ate them. It's 3716. So your entry was 3780. So it looks like you were trying to enter into here. So your stop loss wasn't massive, right? It was small. It just basically what you got caught on is a stop run. So here's your breakout to the upside. This is just a simple retest day. And that's exactly what I said the other day on Twitter. This looks nothing more than a retest day. You're probably going to see a little bit of continuation from this because it's a short squeeze. That's what gave it so much fuel to the upside, is shorts closing their positions. So basically what you got caught in is a stop run on this candle's low. So if I put this here and then go look at intraday price action, you have to be aware of these things, right? We know stop runs happen. We know traps exist. So here was hourly support. Had you put your stop against hourly support, you would have been decent. Remember, what is support? It's the lowest bearish close in the sequence. This is the breakout. That's the lowest bearish close. Till you get an hourly close below that, that is support. That's where your stop needs to go. Under is that, if you can. So here was the daily low, right? And then it traded up, and then boom, came down, took out the daily low, stopped everybody out, and you were included, and then there's your bullish continuation. It's the same thing that happens over and over all the time. All the time. There's no way to know what's going to happen. If you took the entry on this decline, then you should have had given yourself a little bit of room, or at support like this level of support. And had I been looking for an entry on ETH, I would not have wanted to see an hourly close below this. And there you got one. So I wouldn't even have taken the position. And yes, it would have ran out without me, but that's okay. Right? We're not trying to, it's not, you got to get over that mindset, well, I don't want to miss nothing, because there's positions every single day. You can take a trade every single day. If you're taking trades every single day, chances are you're losing money. Yeah, it just happens. I don't see anything wrong with the setup. It just happens. You just got caught in a previous day's low swing right? It just was running those stops that was below the previous day's low. Once you took out the previous day's low, look what happened. See ya. Straight to the upside. That's all it was. So next time what you can do to keep from this happening again is you can wait on that previous day's low to get taken out and then look to buy on bullish resumption. Right? Then put your stop loss underneath that stop run candle. I hope that makes sense. So in this situation, you would have waited for this to push lower, stop everybody out. You would have been watching this support zone for possible entry. Once you got resumption back above this support on this hourly close, I would have been looking for pushes back into that level to get long. Stops would have been below this bullish candle right there. This mouse is so crazy, it's hard for me to move it straight. Right there. But it happens, my friend. Eating stops is part of the game. That's why I say don't risk more than 1%. 1% per trade. And if you're not nailing good trades, then drop that risk down to 0.5%, 0.25%, until you get the process down. But yeah, it happens, my friend. I don't think I would have definitely taken 2 entries back to back like that. If I eat one stop, I'm pretty much done for the day. Hey, could you look at Mina USDT? Yeah, I can look at that. I've never traded it before, so I have no clue what it is. So on Binance, let's get off of the intraday chart. It's bullish, and this is Binance. So this is a new asset, semi-new, and it's leg to the upside, retracement, leg to the upside. It's fantastic. Would I be looking for new entries? It's probably overbought. Let's see what we got here. It's got no data, not enough data to look for anything, but we can use what data we have. So currently it's got a 4-hour support right here, right? 383. I would want to see that hold on a 4-hour closing basis before I would look for bullish entries. I would probably not even want to take a bullish entry there. I would be more or less waiting for this here. Now, there's a chance that you won't get a test of 358, but that is the demand zone. That is where I would be wanting to look for possible bounce entries. But this swing high right here can absolutely hold as as support, because it was resistance until this candle broke out above it. Then you can clearly see that this candle traded right back down to it and resumption. So since that took place, you've basically pulled back, taking out this entire bullish range. So it looks like it wants a deeper retracement. Each resistance level has held. Right there was resistance, pushed up, held. Next attempt to get above this resistance level, it held. So right now, bears are in control. The sellers. Not bears, just sellers. I don't know if you can even short this asset. So see if you get a wick down. Same scenario like on ETH. There is an absolute low right there. Since it looks like it's trying to get up, see if you get a run on those stops. And then if you immediately get a 4-hour retracement back up above the support zone and a close, then you can look for entries as close to 380 as possible with a stop underneath that stop run wick. Do not take the trade until that occurs. Because if you get too antsy right now and take it and put your stop there, chances are in the next 4 hours or so, you're going to get stopped out. Because that's how, the price is moving in search of liquidity. It's in search of liquidity. That's the candles when they move up or they move down. They're repricing, looking for liquidity. And you want to be on the side of the liquidity. The current trend is up. So 358 is the better spot to look for bullish entries. But if you do get that stop run, possibly there. My aim would be 41.6. 416. Sorry, 416. At that next resistance, that's where I'd be shedding most of the profits, move my stop to break even, and then let it run. If it wants to do 1,000% run, you're going to get paid on that little piece you still have left on. Those little pieces, guys, those can be the trades that make your whole year if you get on a nice one. What is the biggest difference? What do you think is the biggest difference to understand between intraday trading and longer term swing trading? The difference is the time frame. That's it. The technical analysis is going to be pretty close to exactly the same, but on a bigger time frame. Like if you're a swing trader, you're looking for a weekly to a monthly range expansion. Me as a day trader, when I'm taking these positions, I'm only looking for a daily range expansion. When I'm taking my positions on Monday or Tuesday, I would love to get in a position that allows me to set in it for the weekly range expansion as well. So if I nail the top of a bearish week, it'd be fantastic because I got in at the top of a bearish weekly range expansion. So a swing trader, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for more or less the weekly range expansion to be your initial, like that's what you're aiming for. So then you're doing it in hopes of catching the monthly range expansion. And position trading, you're just looking to buy quarters, right? Quarterly trading, you're looking at the quarterly, new quarter comes in, you look to get into a position around the quarterly lows, or if you're shorting, quarterly highs. It's just time frame. That's the only difference. Where do you think Dixie is heading? Down. I think it's going down. The Fed has basically said as much, right? We were waiting for the FOMC meeting to come out and say, yeah, the data looks good, job numbers look good, everything looks good. So we are looking to start to pull back some of this capital that we've been injecting into the market. We're looking to taper, to cut, raise interest rates. In that scenario, we were looking for bullish dollar because that would be extremely bullish for the dollar. Also, dollar would be looked at as a risk-off asset as the markets are getting ready to pull back in a situation like that. But no, the Fed did not do that. Excuse me. The Fed came out and said, no, we're not tapering. We don't have enough data. So we're going to continue our bond purchasing down, right? You're testing a mass. You've already taken out that resistance level. Like if people were looking to buy this swing low, they're done. If they were looking to buy that, they're done. Now they're looking to buy this. You might get a pullback now, but a pop up to 92.52, I'm looking for shorts. Looking for this thing to take out this swing low. Now, some people won't take shorts on the DXY until you get that push down, take out that swing low. But it looks like it's going lower. Here is your RSI. Boom. This was your trade. All right, let's get rid of the RSI. Let me tell you what I mean. Here is your resistance. Your support level, right? If you're looking for bullishness, boom, that's your break right there. That's your break of support. That tells you right there the price is probably going lower on this break. So what you're then looking for is you're looking for your supply zone 92.83 to hold as resistance. Let's go into an hourly and watch this play out. Let me do it like this. So this is 92.83. That's your daily. That's the level that you're looking for short side entries. Watch how price trades up to that. And it looks like you're rolling over. So there you go. You never even got a test of it. Pause. Or, yeah, you never got a test of it. Let's see what it does. It went down all week. All week. Straight down. Here we go. Here we go. Still nothing. Nope. Still nothing. That hourly resistance held right there. So I would be watching for this level to get retested. But I'm intraday, I'm watching the hourly resistance levels because that's price. That's what price is. It's on this attempt here to get up above that. Attempt, close, failed, failed. I know I'm looking for shorts, and I know I'm looking for shorts at this zone, at this price. But if I can't get it to that price, I'll take the next best thing, right? An hourly resistance level. Excuse me, words are very difficult for me. An hourly resistance level here. That's an entry. That's a valid entry, especially once this hourly took out hourly support to the downside. It's just bearish. We're looking for continuation on the dollar. And there it was, right? Just perfect, beautiful awesomeness. Straight down. And look how beautiful these demand zones and supply zones work out intraday. Short. See ya. Next time. Short. See ya. Next time. This stuff works, guys. You just gotta learn to have the patience and wait for those high probable setups. That's what a high probable setup looks like to me. And that's your weekly range expansion. So it took multiple days to get down there. Now, if we go look at that on the weekly, boom, there it is. That's what I'm trying to capitalize on. Am I looking for new shorts right here into weekly support? No. I will give this thing several days to pull back, or a couple days to pull back, and see where it's going to find resistance at. I know weekly support is here. So if price trades up to around 92.52, I'm going to be looking for possible short side sets from there, aiming lower. Next area of resistance, next area of support, 91.797. So yeah, looking to trade those range expansions. Hey, Heath, can you looked at that? Sorry. What do you think? Oh, answered that too. Sorry. And that's where we were. Mindset of day trading is different. Swing trading costs less time and less emotions. No, I don't agree with that either. I mean, less time, yes. If it depends on how you're looking to gain entries. If you're looking for the best entries, you want to enter around the New York or the London Open. Even for swing trading, I would say that would even probably be valid. Because if you're trying to enter a position, you want to enter it at the possible high or low of day, depending on direction. So you're still probably going to have to, unless you're the type of swing trader that takes entries at, say, the New York close, for instance. If you only take entries at the New York close, some people do that, but they're only looking at daily and weekly candles, nothing lower. You can do that. So yeah, less time. Emotions, it's money. Money messes with emotions. It's always going to. So just, yeah. I mean, it's whatever floats your boat. Most people that have a full-time job, they don't have time to sit and look at the charts like a day trader does, right? So yeah, it's an individual preference. EOS USD, yeah, let's go look at it. It looks like it's trying to take out weekly resistance. It's attempting to do so right now. $5.77. Let's go look at the daily chart, see what we got cooking. Nice. That weekly resistance is also daily resistance. What do we call that? Confluence. Nice. It's trying to break out right now. Right now it's trying to break out. Next level of possible resistance, you're at it. So, yeah. Right there. And look where your price is. You're right on that level right now. Intraday looks fantastic. What am I doing? I don't want to take a picture of it. I want to stretch it out. Yeah, it looks great. It looks like it's going to make a run for it. Next target is right there. That's your next bullish target. Oh, so last Thursday we had Right there's your next bullish target on EOS, 594, but you definitely want to get it at a support area, at a support, right? So last week we were talking about CAD yen. Let's go back to the daily real quick. So we did the stream on Thursday morning, and we were looking at this as failure, right? Possible failure. But then I said that I'm looking for this to be the target, because retail is going to look to short this, because what does YouTube teach them? Big wicks on the top of candles indicate selling pressure. So they're looking to go short. And on top of that, it's a resistance hold. But my case was, no, that doesn't mean that that's selling pressure. Since here is resistance and price is stacking up against resistance, it looks like it's going to make a break for it. And I'm going to target those stops from retail shorting that. And look how that played out. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. That's, yeah, fantastic, right? Stick with the trend, the near-term trend. Don't just forget everything you think you've learned. It's garbage. The trend will generally continue. Now that we ran those stops, we are testing an area of resistance. I mean, it's just resistance all the way up. So now it's a different story. But you did get a break and a close above. So we shall see what happens. But just keep that in mind when you're looking at things, when you're targeting. So that target that I just set on EOS, that's where I would be looking, right? So I basically said all that to say that. EOS, that's the target. That's what I would be looking at as my target. But it is into heavy resistance. So what you can do is you can watch that level to see if you get hourly closes below it. And it also is going to be, so you have support here, hourly Heath level there. Maybe an entry as close to 540 something as possible. Take profits at 594. Move your stop up to break even and let the rest ride. Whatever happens, happens. Those are the ways to do it. It looks okay to me. Some traders use midnight to midnight Eastern Standard to chart Forex sessions. What do you think of it? I know you use 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so not only do I use 5 p.m. to 5 p.m., but so does the market. So it doesn't matter where you are in terms of the world. In the Forex market, the daily candle closes at 5 o'clock. That's why I use it. I understand why some people want to use midnight to midnight. Okay, let's go. I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. It gives you a false swing low from midnight to midnight. So hourlies, let's pull up, let's get a midnight check. Here's a midnight check. Just bear with me one moment, guys, because he's asking a legitimate question. It is a very, very good question. So here we go. Midnight. Alt V. All right. So from midnight to midnight, let's see here. I don't even know if it'll work this way. And then let's go get the actual closes. 1700 hours. So where? Alt, oh, not that. Alt V. Didn't work because I popped up the Windows window. Basically what I'm trying to show you, I don't even know if this section of price, what's going on? Why are you not populating a vertical line? There, thank you. So this is the close right here at 5 p.m. So your support level would be your close here, $1.18. If you go on the midnight close, you got a high of 1829. Your high is not the daily high. right? Because this actually closed here, so that's the daily high. But you would be seeing a daily high of this, whereas the next day, that's actually the next day's high. So it's going to keep you, sometimes you're going to be like, it's going to be, yeah, I would just use what the market uses, right? For trading stocks in the morning, I use 9:30 as the stock market open because that's what time it opens. It has a set time at which it opens. So I just go by that way. This way, if it's a legitimate high of day, it's a legitimate high of day. Now, the next thing on your daily candles, they're not going to match up either. Your daily high, what should be a daily high because you're going from 12 to 12, or your daily low is going to be different than what actually is your daily low because it goes from 5 to 5. So, I mean, it's up to you. Like the crypto market, what does it do? And look how that daily high checked, right? Look at your daily high here. Didn't do nothing. But from 5 o'clock to 5 o'clock, look what transpired. There was your close. There was your close. So you almost had an unchanged day on the euro. So, I mean, it just, that's, I guess, going to be a personal preference as well, my friend. But I would suggest you use the actual close. Like crypto, the actual close is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I would use from 8 to 8 to be your daily range because it is. It just is. It is the daily range. It's going to be the daily range on the candle. From 12 to 12 is going to be nothing, right? You're going to have like a 4 or 5 hour window there. That's crazy. That's my opinion on it. But if it works better for you, then keep using it. If you're making money, keep using it. That's all I'm saying. But I hope that helps, Maddie. Thanks for the suggestions on Poly. I'll keep my eye on the retracement. Have a great weekend. You do the same. Thanks, bud. In the trade, waiting breakout on Polkadot. Nice. So do I have to pay to watch Jordan now? Yes. Unfortunately, the answer to that question, Jeremy, is yes. He said that he's going to continue to do uploads, like a recorded video that he uploads to YouTube, so any YouTube subscriber can watch those. But as far as the live streams, he's reserving those specifically for the CTM community, right? Specifically for them. I don't know why. I didn't ask him and he didn't tell me. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to put my nose in other people's business. I do know that on one stream he said that it had a little bit to do with his daughter going to school now and he would be the one driving her. So that could be the whole entire reason why, right? It just doesn't work for his time schedule now to be able to do them. So yeah, I don't know. You could ask him. I'm sure he would answer the question. But as far as I know, if you want to watch Jordan's live streams, you gotta join the CTN. He was my favorite channel, but I don't have the money to pay a channel. How much is it? Oh, man. I don't like talking about financial stuff like that. That's why I don't even talk about none of my stuff hardly ever. Which I don't have anything for sale. I just have the Patreon stuff. But, I mean, I think it's like $50 a month. I think. I don't know. I'm not a member of his course. I never bought the course. I didn't buy it. The reason I'm a member of it is because when he started the community, I was one of the first ones with him. So he didn't, at the beginning, it wasn't a paid thing. He didn't hide it behind a paywall because it was free to everybody. The problem was he started growing so fast, he had to hide it behind a paywall to stop getting so inundated with so many people, spammers and everything else. So that's how it started. But I don't have access to the course. So I can't really answer any course really. I can answer his strategy stuff because I know it, but I don't know specific stuff about the course. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I did check SNX. I think I did, didn't I? Charts don't lie. Definity ICP is awful and disgusting. Yes, no, they don't, guys. The price is the price. right? It's not a lie. That's where it went. That's where it's been. It's not a lie. It was bad. I'm off to bed. Have a good night, Run DMC, and a great weekend, my friend. Oh, that's why you were saying check the prices. Got you. Yeah, there is. I do have a link in the description for it. For the CTM conquering the markets. All right, let me answer some other questions because that's got me messed up. Manny, what up? Can you check GRT USD? Absolutely. I would rather look at charts and talk about that than stuff that makes me sound like a shill. GRT USD. Because you guys get enough of that from everybody else on YouTube. All right. It looks okay. Let's get rid of all these old lines because they're no longer in play because new prices, new data. There's your break and close below support. So it looks like this starting to be a little bit of the same thing across a lot of these markets. Had a nice little bear trap. As soon as you take out your trap candles high on a closing basis, then it is a trap and almost confirmed as such. Now, price can always trade up and find resistance, right? There's going to be resistance here. Old support level, also your demand level or supply. So that's going to be the first area if you get a break above this resistance, because this bullish candle is your highest closing candle in this section of price. So that is your resistance right there, 9512. So that's where it looks to be stalling. So here is support. You already got a check of it. But if you get another check of it, maybe it holds and maybe it's a good spot for possible entries. That's not financial advice. Obviously, understand I'm just trying to teach you how to look for these levels yourself. But that's the support that I would be watching. If you're wanting for an intraday chart, here it is, hourly. Don't want to see an hourly close below 906.4000. Otherwise, you're probably coming down to check that other support at 88. All right, but it looks good, right? Pull back, impulse to the upside, pull back. So you're looking for a higher low support for now. For now, graph token looks okay. Doesn't look terrible. Having a hard time placing my monthly support and resistance lines. Any videos you recommend for training? I have one, Alan C, in my channel in the beginners playlist called Support and Resistance. Just, I can tell you right now, though, on your monthly, on every time frame, it's the same. The strategy works on all time frames. It's applicable to all. Your monthly closes are your resistance levels, and your bearish monthly closes are your support levels. Right now on graph token, you are trading above last month's resistance, and it's objective resistance. It is the close of that month. 0.8561,000 or 10,000. I don't even know how to say that number. We'll just call it 8561, right? So yes, if you go intraday, you can see how that price has acted as support. Support, 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 support. That's your monthly, last month's resistance. Bullish candles closes is resistance. Bearish candles closes is support. Hopefully that helps, my friend. Appreciate the weekend update. It's my pleasure, my friend. Narwhal Tacos, okay, thank you. Where would your next entry point be for ETH? I'm not looking for an entry on ETH because it's already had a breakout, right? If I try to take an entry on ETH now, I'm chasing price. That's one thing I do not do. You are just a hair away from the all-time high also. So does it look like it's continuation? It absolutely does. If you want to look for an entry, I would watch 37.87 for a possible entry, or 38.38 for a possible entry. But I'm not taking that trade. It's overextended. ETH and Bitcoin are my HODL positions. I only buy those two assets. I don't really very often trade them, right? I took a position on Bitcoin yesterday, but it's just a small day trading account. It's not like my holdings. I only hold ETH and Bitcoin, and my holdings are 75% Bitcoin, 25% ETH. It looks like it's trying to break out. 4-hour resistance is above you, 40.50 and 41.79. Heath, please tell Jordan that he's good, but not pay only good. You're far better. I can't say that. He's my friend. Come on, man. I'm not just going to walk up to someone and be like, I'm better than you. Nah, I'm not going to do that. But I appreciate the compliment. I'm just trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do. Rudy Ratlos, I hear you though. Keep in mind, we still get Heath and Brandon for free. A lot of value with these guys as well. Yeah, I agree. I think you get very, very good value here. Doesn't cost anything to watch these videos. And they're good. You'll notice that the levels that I use are different than other people, right? People don't use these levels. That's why I've decided to do the channel, was to get real, legitimate, objective information out there for people to make better trading decisions upon, rather than just finding a couple peaks on a chart and calling that random support. Well, we got a couple bouncers here, so this is support and resistance. Like, okay, that's not objective though. It's subjective. There's too much of that out there. These are objective levels. You are welcome, my friend. Don't use your gaming mouse for charting. That's probably a good idea. What do you think about Renko trading strategy? Do you use... No. Oh, you mean the actual candles, the Renko? No, I've never... Nope. I don't know anything about it. If I were to tell you anything, it would be an absolute nothing, because I know nothing. I guess these things, yeah, that doesn't look like a candle to me. I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that. Like, I know nothing about it, my friend, unfortunately. Sorry. Nothing. It's crazy. Yeah, apologies. Have you had a look at Sol or Fit? Yeah, I did, just briefly. I can go back and do them real quick. I want candles, thank you. Sol, excuse me. Sol is just, it's on a freight train. Damn it, I'm burping. It's just moving on up like the Jeffersons, breaking out. There's nothing to do on it. It is so extended to the upside. I mean, this thing, once it put in the low down around the yearly opening range, you have moved up 700%. 700%. Like, there's no point in trying to buy an asset that's up 700%. The objective is to buy them before they go up 700%. So there's really nothing to do. The short squeeze can last for a long time, right? It can still go higher. But I am looking for this thing to cool off pretty soon. These are massive moves. Like, if you put into, just look at the size of this candle, right? Look at the size of it. It's just as big as this big sell-off, right? This thing is moving. Be very careful. There's just nothing to do. All right, Divergence on RSI, Heath on Dixie. Yeah, all right, let's go look. I didn't look for it. I wasn't when I use the RSI, I'm not necessarily looking for a divergence. I will, if I spot it, I'll tell you guys about it. But I don't worry about it. I don't see any divergence on it. Nah, none at all. Well, I guess you could call this, like, that's a swing low, and then this swing low is higher than that swing low, but it's lower on the RSI, so I guess that's what you're talking about, maybe. From here to here, what would that be? Hidden bullish divergence? Yeah, it's just not something I care about. It's as simple as this, right? I'm not looking to short it because we're into weekly support. You may be looking for longs because of that divergence, but either way, it still works out the same, right? See how that works? It's simple, man. Simplify it. Make it easier. It looks like it's at support. We're looking for this thing to probably get a bounce. Not only are you at weekly support, but you're also at a daily demand level. So yeah, there's a couple things on the chart seeing that you might get a bounce on DXY on this and for this upcoming week. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up pretty soon. Dinner replay crew tonight, says West EZ. Absolutely. Juice. All right, let me see. Litecoin, if you haven't yet. Yeah, let's go look at Litecoin. A couple people on Twitter were discussing it. Litecoin doesn't look good to me. It hasn't even made a new all-time high yet. From last time it had a massive bull market phase, right? Here's your all-time high on Litecoin. It's the only crypto that I know of that didn't hit all-time highs and make new ones. So I mean, it's not as strong as it was last in 2017 market phase. It's just not that bullish. Now, to be fair, it has had a 100 and something % run to the upside. These levels are all areas of possible resistance. If you want to pause it and get them, 281.60, 269.10, 255.51, 241.72, and 224.18. As far as the retracement goes, you're just right now at the 318. Whereas Bitcoin and other things are testing the 618 or higher than the 618. This thing is still at the 3. This right there at the 382. Like, it's not moving as much. It could, though. It could start catching some steam and moving to the upside. But the fact that it never made a new all-time high, that's kind of sus to me in a way, I guess. But you're trading at resistance, right? You've just got to break out above this near-term resistance level here, and it looks like today's price today is respecting it. So if you're looking for this bullish move to continue, then you want to watch this hourly support zone right there, 210. The reason I moved it down and adjusted it is for the hourly. Instead of looking at the daily level, watch the hourly, because the hourly is support for the hourly time frame. Right now you're testing a possible area of demand on the hourly. So 212. So 212. I'm not, you know what I mean? I leave it up to you to decide if you want to take an entry here or not. But it looks like it might be a good spot for one. Possibly. Stop underneath that wick low. Not financial advice. Doge looking to go higher. Yeah, not really. It's barely moving. It's up 1% today. And it's been like that for a long time. The average true range on Doge is just continuing to move lower. If it's not making big percentage moves in intraday, then you're not going to be able to make money on it. It has to move in order for you to make money. If you're trying to day trade an asset that has zero, like a 1 cent move all day, it is what it is. Juice, why are people obsessed with things that have already pumped? That's just the way it is, my friend. It's called FOMO. Finally, I understand the time frames. Thank you very much. Boom shakalaka. You are welcome, Maurice. I am glad I could help. Alright, sorry, wrong line between trading and sold for weeks. I had a lot of gains. Good job. Nice. I like to hear that. When people want to look at Sol and stuff, I'm glad to see that you've already been in the position for a while. But I wouldn't be looking for it for new positions. But yeah. All right, looks like we got to the bottom of the comments. Finally, I don't think I've ever done that. Awesome. All right, guys. So there's not much going on, right? There's a couple things moving that we figured out, but other than that, Bitcoin and stuff, it's just basically pulling back. All right, we're looking for Bitcoin to find support somewhere, possibly get a move, start breaking out of this area pretty soon. We definitely want to see that. I don't like that it's been sitting here for like 12 days. I figured once we got the daily breakout, I figured we would see what we seen on ETH, but we did not. That doesn't look good to me. But it's still bullish. I'm not saying that I'm looking for it to go lower. I'm just saying I would much rather see more momentum into this asset pretty soon. So we should be able to see that coming up. You guys have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below once YouTube posts this video, and I answer them all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Make sure you trade safe, trade smart, and happy trading.